Hello, my name is Tim Manzke, and this video is going to be a little bit different from the ones I've been doing um, in the past. This is my personal story on how to be successful in a math class. Um, my first time that I took a math class on the college level was at school, MATC, Milwaukee Area Technical College in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was taking a course called College Algebra, and I started out okay. I was passing the test, and but I got to a point where I didn't do so well, and I was at a point, I'd say a couple months into the semester, I was failing the class, and so I decided to withdraw from the course. And I just told myself, I'll take it next session. I'll take it in the spring semester. Before I um, signed up, I wanted to ask around, and it's like, which teacher I should take. And there was one teacher. His name was Gerald McNabb. He was teaching college algebra, and then one of the students I was talking to at the time said, you should take him. He's a very good instructor. So I did. I signed up for his class, his section, and that experience changed my life forever. Taking his math class, he was a phenomenal teacher. He communicated very well. He was friendly, he was firm, and he was fair. Um, and in the beginning, having taken the course before, my first test I took, I got an 82%, which was like a B minus, and I was content. I was studying a little bit, um, probably not as much as I should have been, but I was studying a little bit. And then the second test came around, and I bombed it. I believe the test score I got was about a 42%. I was thinking to myself, there's no way that I could pass this course having that low of a percent. I believe there was 3 more tests and a final exam, something to that effect. And I went to his office, and there was a couple other students that was with me at the time, and we were all standing outside his office, and each person was talking to him. And when it was my turn, he told me, you have to do better. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how? How am I going to do better in this math class? I've got 42%. It's a failing average with the B and the F. I couldn't imagine it. It's only going to get harder. I didn't want to drop it again. I dropped it once before, so I was really at a crossroads. With his suggestion, what I decided to do was, taking the math book, I decided to do every single math problem in each section of the book. Now, I had a problem. Math isn't one of the most easy topics to just pick up. So what I needed to do was I needed a place to study. And so one of my strategies that I took upon myself is to go to a study center. At most universities, there's a place that you can go where there's either a classroom or a center or a place where you could sit down, work with a tutor, sort of help as needed type of situation. If you can find a situation like that, that'll be beneficial. So every day, and I mean every day during the week, as I could, I would sit down in that study center and I would pick a math problem in the book, and I start with number 1, and I work through every single exercise, both the odds and the evens. Well, I had another challenge. I didn't know how to do the math that I was being asked to do. I would look at a math problem and I couldn't figure it out. So one of the things I got my hands on, now not every situation is going to allow you to do this, but if you get your hands on it, is to get a solution manual for the book that you're using. Now most textbook companies will give you a student solution manual. You can ask the instructor if you can get access to the instructor solution manual. Some instructors will let you use it, some won't. It'll depend on the instructor. So it doesn't hurt to ask. They do exist, but again, it'll be dependent upon the instructor. Some instructors will absolutely not let you see it, some will. But if you explain the intent is not just to get the answers, to get the right test questions correct, but it's to learn and understand. Because when you see a solution manual, the proper way to use it is first try to do the problem without the solution manual. If you're not successful, or if you work through the problem, check your answer to see if you got it right. Usually the answers are in the back of the book. If you got the answer wrong, to me personally, it was the benefit of seeing the solution manual, how the problem was worked out. So that was one strategy. Now again, you may be in a situation where you won't have access to a solution manual, but I would at least look and ask. Most textbooks have a student solution manual, so at least you get access to some of the solutions, but you can see step by step in how they came up with the answer. In that tutoring center, the other thing I needed to do, or I went ahead doing, was getting a tutor. Now again, I was spending during the week on average about 2, 3, 4, up to 4 hours a day going through each of these problems, because not only did I want to learn it, but I wanted to master it. But a lot of times I would get stuck, and being in a tutoring center, or maybe in your situation, have a tutor on hand to point out what did you do wrong. It's best if you can have someone in person. Obviously you want the person to be qualified. You may have to go through a few tutors to find someone that communicates well, that can help you. Usually in a study center there's a rotation of different tutors. You just kind of have to find the ones that you're compatible with and that you can work with.